Right, I'm just going to do a quick update and progress report on what I've got done today on my Firebox. In my last clips I shown you me making this top closure plate and all the door furniture. I've not quite finished all the door furniture yet. I've just got a catch to make for this ashpan door and just two bosses on each end of rivet to stop it coming out. And a little handle on the fire door, just so you can lift it up and pull it open. So just a few jobs to do on that yet, and then today I've managed to get this firebox completed, and I've rolled this piece of 1/8 plate round a bit of scrap metal I had lying about, which were just right diameter. So I've managed to form it round that to 5-inch diameter on its outside. This drawer in here. Now I've got to bend a piece of, well, it says mild steel or stainless steel, and it says it's a 1/16 thickness, but I'm going to belt and brace this, and I'm going to do it 1/8 thickness, just out of mild steel. Probably going over the top a bit, but I've got a piece of 1/8 plate on stock, and I've just cut a piece off 9.5 by 4.5, and it's 1/8 thick. And all I'm doing at the moment, I'm bending it round a couple of blocks I've got as formers. Now I have deviated front drawing a bit. The drawing tells you to use 16th thick plate, and I've used 1/8 plate. I've belt and braced it. I like to belt and brace things, and I know it makes it a bit heavier, but I'll stand that. Same with the back baffle plate here. This is one I acquired in a box of bits that I bought, and it's made out of 16th plate. This, I'll just get my light a bit better. Well, I've discarded that and I've gone with 8th plate. And also where I've deviated, it tells you where all the fittings are inside, what clamps everything together and bolts it all together. It tells you to make little lugs and rivet them on various places to screw everything together. Well, I've just welded it all together with a fillet weld and ground it back. Same with the grate bar, where the grate bars fit at the back. I've welded that little plate on back, and I've welded this little angle iron on front, and a little tab at the bottom, and it all screws together front side into them tabs I've welded on. And then there's these two bolts at front that just screw into this angle iron to hold the front plate on. And that's all it is really. Just another deviation before I finish here. I've had to file some extra slots into the rear baffle plate, because I'm putting superheaters in my boiler, and that's where the superheaters come through the boiler. So I've had to deviate slightly and put that in. I'll show you that. I'll take it over to the boiler and show you what I mean. Anybody that's not quite sure what I'm talking about. And I've just noticed I've got to put braze a little rod onto there that fits into that catch I've got to put on, and then I've got to make the fire bars to go across there. Okay then, a quick update, progress report and explanation as to where I'm up to with my firebox, my closure plate, my ashpan and all the associated door fittings, etc. I've got all the door fittings finished now on the doors. I've got all the catches brazed on. On the ashpan there's this little catch to set the draft on the fire. I think there's 3 settings for that, and that's a side view of it. It fits on these little catches. Get me light on this. Yeah, them little catches there. You can either have it closed or on setting 1 or onto setting 2 or onto setting 3, and that's just for your draft for your fire. So that's my ashpan door. My fire stoking hole door, I've got that finished now and all the furniture on. Put this little handle on, and then got this little catch on that closes the door automatically. So that's finished. I've got my little wings brazed on where it fits onto boiler. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I managed to get my grate made. I've just made this out of mild steel. It does say stainless in the book, but you know it just not quite last as long, and you can just make another one. And now I've made this, I've just cut off lengths of mild steel 1/8 thick by 1/2 inch wide. 13 of those. I've had to bend the last 2 in just to shape round the fire where the ashpan is. I've drilled them, clamped them all together, drilled a 1/4 hole, no not quarter, 7/64 hole through for these pins. So them pins go through, and then all I've done is just tack weld it on the other side, just to keep everything in position. So that's me grate, and that just slots in onto that rear shelf, which I welded in a while back now on one of my earlier clips, and then also onto this little angle that fits onto closure plate and ashpan, and it just slots in like that. So basically that's all finished now. I've just got to decide on how I'm gonna hold it onto my boiler, whether I put these slots in to make a bayonet fitting as I shown you in the previous clip, or whether to just slot it in and put 2 knurled nuts on. I'll take you over to the boiler then, and we'll show it you fitted. Okay, you'll have to bear with me here because I'm having to hold camera freehand. So as before, you've got these slots in back. That's where the superheater tubes come through, and then it all just slots in. I've got grating, and then it slots onto these 2 pegs here that were soldered into the boiler, like so. And I've just got to decide whether I'm going to put 2 slots to make a bayonet type fitting that twists, or whether I might just put 2 knurled thumb screws on. I don't think it matters which way really. And also, which I may not have shown you in a past clip, and I'll just quickly show you. I put this baffle plate on door. I've shown you me doing that one, but I've also put a stainless steel baffle plate around the closure plate, and I cut round the door to get that in, and that's the only thing I think I've not quite probably shown you. So that's it then. It's that's another part loco completed, and I can move on to the next part now. So yeah, that's it then. Now I'll catch you on my next clip. I don't know what I'm doing next, but whatever I'm doing next, I'll make a quick video of it. So if you've not seen my other videos, take a look at all these fittings I made in my boiler, etc, etc. And if not, I'll catch you on my next video. So thanks for watching. Bye for now then.